What's going on, everybody? It's your guy Jonathan with the Rideshare Panel. And I am out here in Seattle taking a break from my dash. I was running around with this little red bag, fulfilling some orders, making people happy on this beautiful Sunday here in Seattle. But I wanted to take a break to make this very important video because I've been doing really well with DoorDash lately, making a lot of money and higher than what I expected. And I hear a lot of people saying that they're not even breaking even, or it's not that much money. And they're kind of upset about it. So I wanted to show you guys these 5 steps that I follow when I'm dashing to make $40 an hour here in Seattle. That varies by market, but generally you are going to make a lot more money per hour if you're following these steps. So make sure that you tune in and watch all of these, because there's some stuff on here that you might not think about, and I guarantee that if you're following these steps, you are going to be maximizing your earnings with DoorDash. But before I get into that, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers, everyone that's leaving comments and asking questions via email. Y'all are doing a lot to kind of keep me positive and keep me going on this, and it's so great that there's so many people out there that are really engaged in the channel. If you're not yet, make sure you subscribe down below so that we can hang out and talk about the best ways to make more money with rideshare and the best opportunities that you're not gonna be seen on a lot of these other channels that are just kind of repetitive. So make sure that you do that now, that you subscribe to the channel, and then let's go ahead and hop into these 5 ways to make $40 an hour with DoorDash. So the first step on here is kind of the most obvious. Everyone knows it, but I have to hit it because it's something that just needs to be ingrained in your head and you need to think about every time that you sign on to DoorDash. So the most important thing about dashing is to be in the right location. And a lot of times you get tricked by the surge map and you kind of head downtown because the surge is the highest. But downtown is usually not the best place to be picking up orders because it's hard to park. You can get hit by parking tickets, and that takes a huge toll on your earnings. And a lot of your deliveries are going to be to apartments, which means you have to go inside, wait for someone to let you in, then go up an elevator to the 15th floor. And by the time you've done all that, it's been an hour and you've only done 1 delivery. So the idea is to find really busy neighborhoods in your area that have a lot of demand. And so for me here in Seattle, it's the U District, because there's a ton of students. They're out here, they've got like an allowance or whatever with their parents' money, and they're studying, so they're spending money to have someone deliver them food while they're studying. And for me, it means that I'm getting a lot of orders that are in this like hotspot, and I end up getting a lot of more batched orders there, and it tends to be very busy for me. So I don't have to do a lot of apartment drops. When they are apartment drops, there's some zoning in that area, so it's like max 20-story apartments. It's not too much of a climb for me to get up there, and generally speaking, this is my best area, so I try and stay in that area. You need to find your best area, and you need to do like a little bit of trial and error to find that area. You got to just get out there and take a lot of dashes, and once you find the hot spots where it's best in your area and you're making the most money, try your hardest to stick to those areas because that's your bread and butter. Let's talk about surge pricing. Surge pricing is really important because it's a good way to make a little bit more money on top of your dash and get those extra earnings to pad your income. But let's take a new look and kind of have a new perspective on surge pricing. For me, if I'm not making at least $3.50 or $4 plus per delivery, then I don't even care about surge pricing. And here's why. You have to maintain an 80% acceptance rate when you're dashing during surge times in order to qualify for that surge. But a lot of times you end up getting orders that take you out of that location or that zone you're in, your hotspot, and far away to a new neighborhood where you're not easily going to get a dash. You also get a lot of dashes thrown your way that are going to be long distance. So unless you're making $3.50, $4, $5 per dash extra, it's not worth taking those orders that you normally wouldn't take. So if you're on a $2 surge or a $1 surge, you shouldn't be trying too hard to maintain that 80% acceptance rating, because taking those rides that are going to lower your hourly average aren't really doing enough. That $1 surge isn't worth it to take those rides you normally wouldn't be taking. So focus on those high surges, and otherwise just don't even worry about it. This will end up having a huge positive impact on your bottom line as a DoorDasher. If you're not delivering during a surge time, be very picky about your orders. So I'm going to show you guys a dash I did Wednesday where I dashed for just under an hour and I made $39. I did this with only 2 surge deliveries, and they were $2 extra deliveries. So during this dash, I wasn't actually worried about the surge, but I ended up making $40 an hour because I was very selective about deliveries. And so what you need to be thinking about is, 1, what is the distance on these deliveries? If it's more than 3 miles, you're probably leaving the hotspot where you're getting a lot of good orders, and that distance traveled is going to take a lot of time. So, you're not going to be making as much money per hour if you're traveling that long distance. You also want to make sure that you're only accepting orders that are large ticket. So I think of large ticket as $25 plus, maybe even $30 plus per order. And these are the deliveries that you're most likely to get tipped on. So it's not really that easy to get tipped as a Dasher, but you can definitely increase the level of those tips by only accepting bigger orders. And a third really helpful tip that I've been doing a lot lately is as soon as I get to the restaurant, I send a text message to my customer, and I leave a really positive note, something like, hey, I'm just picking up your order, I'll be at your place in about 5 minutes, smiley face. Or, hey, I'm picking up your order, I noticed you didn't ask for any condiments, can I grab you anything, smiley face. And here's why. In the DoorDash app, one of my least favorite things about it is that customers are asked to leave a tip before you actually show up. So you can't make a positive impression and, be happy, be positive, leave that impression that's going to end up getting you a bigger tip. You have almost no influence over whether you're going to get tipped. And to the person on the receiving end, you're not really even a person at this point. You're just the back end of an app. And so unless you can really make that genuine human contact with them, you're not going to get tipped because they don't know who you are. So leaving a nice little text message in the middle of the dash is going to boost those earnings significantly. The last thing to remember when you're delivering for DoorDash is to always take batched orders. And I know it sounds obvious, but I have a ton of people asking me whether or not they should accept them, and telling me that they're kind of nervous to do batched orders because they're worried it's going to lower their ratings. It's true that batched orders can have a negative impact on your ratings, but if you take an average of all the orders that you do, a very small percentage of them are actually batched orders. So the amount of those that are actually, not perfect ratings aren't actually going to lower your overall average rating. And in that case, you should just go ahead and accept those batched orders because it's the quickest way to kind of to maximize your efficiency, stack those orders and make more money per hour. And another thing that you can do when you're taking a batched order is to follow the previous step and to send a friendly text message kind of letting the end consumer know where you're at and why you might be going slightly out of the way. Say something like, hey, I just picked up your order, it's in the hot bag, staying very warm, I have one other order to pick up, and I will be delivering your order very soon, shortly after that, still very much on time, hot, and ready to go. And then send a smiley face, obviously, because you want to be as friendly as possible. And this is going to minimize the chances that you actually end up getting a lower rating and potentially lead to more tips, which can boost your earnings exponentially, because not only are you getting a batched order that's more per hour, but you're also getting tipped on top of that. That's all for the tips to make $40 an hour delivering for DoorDash. I hope that my personal experience and the things that I've learned are able to help you earn more money as a DoorDash driver, because we really need to be doing everything we can to maximize earnings and take home more money at the end of the day. If you have any strategies that you've been using that have worked really well, please leave those down below in the comment section. I love to get a conversation going, and as always, I don't know everything, and a lot of times there's things that my subscribers can add to the conversation, and I really just want to get as much information out there as possible that can be helpful to people. So please do, leave that down below, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel because I like hanging out with you guys, and I want you guys to join in and have some input on the conversation every time I drop a video, so that we can really get the most out of driving for DoorDash and these other on-demand apps and side hustles. So make sure you do that down below, subscribe to the channel, and tune in for all the updates.